about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data. That fixed it. Now, I wonder where this detour leads. Another DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
The royal crypt must be under the basilica.
Is that legal? There must be some old bylaw I could use.
God has left the building. Now, where are you hiding, Louis? Simple as...
Where is it?
The temple door is nearby. Look at the map.
There's nothing here. You've wasted my time with this fabrication.
You call my honor into question?
Your honor as a soldier. Don't make me laugh. You're free to break your contract. Then I'm also free. And I have savage tastes.
I misspoke, Capitan. I heard there's a list of all the relics that were looted from the tomb. I can take you to them. A fine alternative to the temple.
That's not what I want. Look me in the eye when I'm speaking to you. Do you want what I want?
Yes.
Good. Then we're in agreement. Find the temple, and you just might make it back alive. Pleasure working with you.
Help! I hear something.
Citizen.
Stay back, ghosts! Help! Stay back, spirit! Ah!
Requiescat in pace. Makes no difference to you, does it? You're gone. Merci, monsieur. The map. Dom Poirier's list of stolen relics in the Abbey Library. The manuscript must be on it. Ah, a hidden entrance.
Break his bloody neck, he will.
Kept records and everything taken from the tomb. Watched the looters at work and traced them all. The man is so good, he's employed by the National Monument Commission.
Get over here! I'll gut you along with the other sodding traitors!
Wait.
Something's odd.
Come back here! I'll turn you into horse and jam!
What happened to the moon's treasure?
Commandeered by the state, of course.
So we have it.
Not only that, but it's still in our camp. You did not hear that from me, obviously.
You're not allowed! Move away!
Don Poirier's list. It reads Condorcet manuscript, located in the old red house, and then a name, Léon.
Come here! I'll smack you sillier than a drunken monster!
Anna, what cheer?
Another can't stomach his booze.
Oh, another bloody apple.
Hey! Hey! I've been robbed!
If you come near me, your life is mine.
Agile, c'est probablement simple d'esprit. friend. Hello.
Bonjour. Does Leon live here?
He ain't here. We haven't seen him for days. Leave us in peace.
Has he been arrested again?
Not that I know of.
A lot of people would like to see his hands cut off. He's a vicious thief, that man.
I need his help.
He went out to the windmill yesterday. I've not seen him since. Give him my name. Madame Margot.
Merci.
Please. Tell him to come home.
There's an intruder in the tunnels.
Leon.
Killzone collab is finally back. Small correction, it'll be back on the 18th of December. This time as a legendary warbond, costing 1,500 super shekels. Initially, it was the first collab Helldivers ever did, and it cost a lot of money back then. It was around $25, if not close to $40 to get the whole thing said and done. And if you happen to own a single piece of the previous Killzone collab, you get the entire warbond for free, which is pretty cool. Now, things got buffed, things got nerfed, the game has changed. Let's go ahead and review how good the warbond is, starting right now. The STA-52 Assault Rifle has 90 damage, 56 capacity, 14 recoil, 790 fire rate, light armor pen. That's the weapon. There's no customization for it. There's no scope for it. There's no fire modes to change the RPM. You can go automatic. You can go single fire. That's the weapon. If that sounds awesome to you, freaking send it, bud. But realistically, it doesn't do a whole lot. If you want the same experience for free, use the Liberator. You get very similar stats. You can actually put a drum mag on Liberator and then increase its overall capacity to around 60, I believe. I forget. Plaz 39 Accelerator Rifle. It deals 350 damage in a burst of 3 shots. So in total, it's 1,050 damage. 9 round capacity. In this case, it'd be 3 because shooting a burst of 3 shots. Recoil is 3 and fire rate's 550. You can shoot your shots very quickly, by the way. Don't full charge it. Just charge for around a half second or so and then shoot. By the gods' graces, it is medium pen, making it far more interesting against different factions. The one it performs best on would be the Squids, Illuminate. For those, you can one shot or one burst all Overseers, having to land every shot in the burst. On Meat Bobs, 3 bursts can sometimes kill it, but realistically it'll take you 3 bursts and a little bit of extra damage from any other weapon. Stalwart, around roughly 5 shots killed it after 3 bursting it. That's pretty nifty. Try and go for the heads the best you can. The more you pop, the more consistent you'll get a 3 burst kill on those guys. Stingrays, that'd be a burst and some change. I believe it's roughly 4 shots. So not too bad. Given the fast charge time of the weapon, those guys won't be a hassle. Combine this with Stalwart, and you have a pretty fun loadout, honestly. Stalwart will kill everything except for Harvesters and Stingrays. Speaking of, on Harvesters, I wouldn't recommend breaking the shield with this weapon. If you need to, though, it takes 2 bursts. And to kill it, it's going to take you 3 bursts, landing either every single shot on the joint, or only being able to miss 1 shot. Either way, that's asking for a lot. I've tried this for essentially a year now. I've only done it maybe a handful of times just because I'm not used to the burst. It's weird for me to aim. So do that at your own risk. I'll stick to my variable one-shotting the Harvester's eyes. That's just me though. But I do like the idea of this when I'm running Stalwart to have a way to kill Stingrays. Automatons are the second best faction for this weapon, if you ask me, and on gunships, it's 1 burst of the engine, they're going down. When they're spawning 3 gunships with the modifier for them, when it was working properly, it was fun. I'd bring this, Talon, and have a blast. On Faction Striders, you can kill Chinny guns. It takes 1 burst, and if you are quick enough, you can rotate between both of them and kill them both without having to reload extra. Bit challenging, especially if you have the side angle view. If a Hulk is turned away from you, hit the heat sink, you can kill it. Burst and some change. You can kill Devastators, and in some cases, I do believe they require an entire burst to land. That definitely goes for Berserkers. If you overhead shots, it's a bit different. If they're already weak, you can obviously try your best to hit multiple with 1 burst. Bit tough if you're on the roller. Freaking, you get one of those, Chief. I salute you for your endeavors. Godspeed and good luck. Take out the objectives, such as mortar emplacement and other random mortars, now that they have medium on the back, in 1 burst, if you land all of it on it, which is pretty cool. Getting behind it, though, can be tough, because sometimes they just don't turn towards you. They don't turn away from you, rather. And on tanks, it'll take you a burst and some change, because the same time to kill applies to the tank tower as it would to the base of a tank. That's pretty nifty. You can snap those guys from range if you get the very back corner. It doesn't have to be a straight on shot either, by the way. Just make sure you're hitting towards the back of the panel. So you can snipe out those double tank towers with ease. From Narn, Ia. On the Terminids, hitting any charger variant from the back will kill it in 2 bursts, unless you hit the top of their wagon. That will deflect the shot, no effectiveness. So go for the orange or green part, if it's a spore charger, to kill it quickly. And be fast. Use the quick charge to your advantage in this instance. You can use gas grenades to sack it out and have an easier time under the shot. You could use stun grenades, but by the time you get behind it, may not be the play. On Alpha Commanders, it is 1 burst if you land 2 to 3 of the shots on them. But they always run away, so good luck doing that in most cases. Now, you won't have to worry about it too much considering they're still broken and not spawning Alpha Warriors in a 3 to 4 man group 99% of the time. If the host is near you, they will. If they're not, they won't. So that also means it kills a regular commander even faster, which is pretty cool. If you land a headshot on Warriors, it's a 1 tap, just 1 shot, so you can technically kill 3 in a burst. Again, good luck doing that. Like, the Horde Clear is obviously not good, so we'll just ignore the rest of these smaller bugs. Bile Spewers, you can kill them in a burst. Now, killing a Bile Titan, that requires investment. It'd be more of a finisher weapon in this sense. Like, realistically, you hit it with 500 kg, it survives, because why wouldn't it? Then you want to hit the green sack if it's still there, and that would kill it pretty fast. If you have to use the Plas Raffle to kill it, it's going to take roughly, I'd say 5, if not 7 bursts. On Impalers, I believe it's going to be 1 burst to the smooth spot. If it goes in the air, it'd be 1 burst to the mouth as well. If not, burst and some change. On Objectives, you can kill a Shrieker Hotel in 5 bursts. Maybe like one shot can miss, you're chilling. And sometimes it seems as though they get hit by the explosion radius, which is not that big. So you can have a bit of a faster time to kill on those guys. I'd probably recommend using like an 817 on those and then the accelerator rifle to save on reloads, because you will be getting rather tired of always having to reload this weapon if you're using it too often. STA-11 SMG. 90 damage, 48 round magazine, 11 recoil, 1050 fire rate, light armor pin, one-handed. And that's all you got going on. No customization whatsoever, and you cannot change any of the weapon functions. There's nothing to change. No scope. And you also have the recent drag nerfs, making SMGs and pistols do a lot less damage as enemies are further away from you. In this case, not a huge deal because you don't have a scope to hit them from range. But keep in mind, if you're ever hitting a shot on like a Wilbur from distance, he'll probably survive in some cases more than he should when you're landing bullets. It's very comparable to the Halo SMG, only difference is the recoil fire rate, and one has a silencer that I don't think works yet. But if you like the Halo SMG, you might like this one. Wasp Launcher. It's an auto-aiming support weapon that requires a medium unit or higher to target in the first place. Devastators, Overseers, Commanders, Bile Spewers, so on and so forth. It can't target Wilburs, can't go after Hunters individually. And it shoots homing missiles. You have 7 in your canister, and those can be fired individually. You can swap the firing mode to artillery, and this will shoot all remaining ammunition into an airburst of sorts at whatever's beneath it. Now that doesn't seem to have too much kill potential on larger enemies and even the medium units, but it's more so meant for chaff units. I don't know if the armor ping gets decreased, but I do know the damage output just seems a bit lackluster. It will one-shot most medium units. Actually, I think all of them. Bile Spewers, Overseers, Devastators, if you hit them, they're dead. Targeting, not the greatest in many cases. A flying Overseer can be around 25 meters away, and you will miss consistently on them because they're too close. It's unfortunate. Now, luckily, if it hits the ground next to a ground Overseer, the no body cam baton wielding one, it will usually kill them, which is a godsend. Otherwise, they'd run you down and beat you like a redheaded stepchild. It doesn't have the best time to kill on the majority of enemies that require heavy pin, if not anti-tank, even though it says anti-tank. And by the way, it's a support weapon that has a backpack and a stationary reload and not that much ammunition that you're relying on it to hit shots in the first place because it auto-aims for you. Some people love that. Fantastic. If you're trying to kill a Harvester, it should take you roughly the entire salvo, which isn't too bad, I guess. On Meat Bobs, 3 shots, pretty cool. It's actually, I think, a bit faster than it used to be. Either it's the same or a bit faster than it used to be, whatever the case. On Hulks, sometimes it should be less than 7 shots, but in my case, it's more than 7 shots every time, which feels awful. On Warstriders, kind of the same deal. You can get lucky, I suppose, but the fact that it can just not kill those enemies in a single salvo is crazy, considering how many more of them spawn. The weapon hasn't been buffed in over a year, roughly, and it wasn't good when it first launched, just so we're all clear. And now there's more enemies that require heavy pen to kill. And if you're talking about like tanks, terrible. Talking about Factory Striders, genuinely such utter garbage. Oh my lord, it can kill things, but it is genuinely one of the worst weapons in the game. It's the best weapon in the game for revealing how much of a glazed diver someone is if they try and tell you it's a good weapon. If they like using it, fantastic, more power to you. If someone's trying to say it's a good weapon, do y'all have creator codes for these weapons and you're getting commission? Because what the heck, dude? I forgot it even existed. I was ready to start editing the video and I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. Wasp Launcher. It's so bad, it's forgettable. And once you remember it, it brings back nightmares. Even in the promotional video they have for it, it shows the artillery not even killing a Devastator that's in the blast itself. That guy lives. The armor passive is acclimated, provides 50% resistance to fire, gas, acid, and electrical damage, which does have some uses. Bring a fire weapon versus the bugs. You will guaranteed get lit on fire by your own gun, so this will mitigate that damage a little bit. And if a Bile Titan spits at you, you'll mitigate the acid damage from that as well. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Nifty. Now, and also if you have gas grenades, that's one more factor. I will say the electrical damage is kind of not that useful, considering getting shocked almost guarantees your chest hemorrhages, which I do believe is because chest hemorrhages happen more often now. They changed that not too long ago. They also increase the amount of bleed damage you take, which means getting hit by Arcspire, Harvester Shock, Blitz Dog, which will almost always hit you for some reason, and your Tesla Tower, those almost kill you in this armor anyway. So you're taking like 75% of your HP instantly, and you're bleeding, and the bleed is doing 10 times roughly more damage than it used to. You got to stim or you die in a few seconds. There is another armor very similar to it, which would be from the Dust Devil's Warbond, and that would give you 40% resistance to the same things, but an extra 20% increased throwing range. I'd recommend getting the Dust Devil's Warbond over this one, just full stop, by the way. The cosmetics in the Warbond are pretty awesome. The weapons and the items for gameplay in the Warbond, not so much. The only thing keeping up, kind of, would be the Excel Rifle. Everything else is being outpaced by the other weapons. Now that we have weapon customization and just better guns. And not so much better, just more interesting. That's one of the major kickers here. Like, the Excel Rifle isn't the best, it's just kind of interesting and fun. Or at least it can be. If I could only change one thing about the Warbond, I would give the Excel Rifle at least 1 extra burst, preferably 2 extra bursts, making it a total of 15 bullets, if you will, and making it so you're reloading a lot less with the weapon. Main reason for this is we now have the Double Freedom Shotgun, which honestly feels a lot more fun to use, just the overall spectacle, and it is very good at what it does, which is kind of the same niche as the Excel Rifle and killing gunships. That one is not as good, but Stingrays takes 3 or 4 shells. That's 2 shots technically, or 2 instances of firing the weapon. And for tanks it's faster, for Hulks it's faster, it's just 1 instance of shooting. So Excel Rifle could use something. Also, maybe give it fire damage like I believe it had in the actual video game. Don't quote me on that. Not for certain. But I remember hearing that it did. I think I looked it up, but it's been a while. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.
Back to work!
Learn how to use Python. Yes, Python.
Captain Rose finally got him.
Leon, I hear he killed 2 of our men.